Let me start with this pre-made rectangular object. Essentially, it's nothing more than just a primitive cube. So I'm gonna go ahead and create this XPresso tag. Right-click on the blank space, new node, motion graphics, Falloff. This should bring us the Falloff node, which is obviously might be very useful in manipulating objects' Falloff property. Let me also drop the cube object onto the canvas. It's gonna be our main object, and it's gonna be reacting to the falloff of this null object. I'm gonna connect it with the falloff node via the global matrix port. Now let's go back to the falloff node, and under the falloff tab of this node, I'm gonna change the shape type to box. Let's also increase the size of this falloff. I'm not heading to anything specific here, I just want to make it a little bit more visible. Eventually I should get some boxy looking shape like this. And here's the gotcha. If you try and move this object to wherever you want at this point, its falloff will refuse to go anywhere, and pressing the play button on the timeline will not solve the problem. For the first time, this situation might be pretty much confusing, because the reason why it's not working properly is because this falloff node is simply requiring us to output its data somewhere. Now, when I have this cube's global position connected to the sample position of the falloff node, I can just connect the result node to the output port of the falloff node to make it working. So now when this cube object appears within the area defined by the yellow and red limits of this falloff box, the falloff node starts to output the value between 0 and 1. Right now it's obviously giving us nothing but the value itself, but it's totally up to us to use it in any way we want. Let's bring the cube object onto the canvas again, and then let's activate its global position P port just to be able to operate its pitch value. We could easily connect these nodes together, but right now this would not give us much. So let's go to new node, XPresso, calculate range mapper. I can safely connect its input into the falloff's output. And as for the range mapper's output range, instead of messing with it manually, I'm gonna switch to the nodes tab and stay with degree option. At this point, I can connect these nodes as well. So now we should be getting this smooth and gradual rotation as the falloff goes by. So that's the falloff node. And if you really like these XPresso tutorials, you can find the whole course devoted to XPresso available on the App Store. Just type in XPresso or follow the link below.